A policeman wakes up early. A policeman wakes up early. He brushes his teeth. He brushes his teeth. He takes a shower. He takes a shower. He puts on his uniform. He puts on his uniform. He eats breakfast. He eats breakfast. He says goodbye to his family. He says goodbye to his family. He goes to the police station. He goes to the police station. He greets his co-workers. He greets his co-workers. He checks his tools like a radio and a flashlight. He checks his tools like a radio and a flashlight. He gets into his police car. He gets into his police car. He starts patrolling the streets. He starts patrolling the streets. He looks for people who need help. He looks for people who need help. He watches for crimes. He watches for crimes. He stops people breaking the law. He stops people breaking the law. He talks to drivers who are speeding. He talks to drivers who are speeding. He gives them tickets. He gives them tickets. He helps children cross the road. He helps children cross the road. He keeps the traffic moving. He keeps the traffic moving. He answers calls for emergencies. He answers calls for emergencies. He goes to accident scenes. He goes to accident scenes. He talks to people at the scene. He talks to people at the scene. He writes down what happened. He writes down what happened. He helps injured people. He helps injured people. He works with doctors and firefighters. He works with doctors and firefighters. He looks for stolen things. He looks for stolen things. He catches thieves. He catches thieves. He takes them to the police station. He takes them to the police station. He questions suspects. He questions suspects. He listens to people's problems. He listens to people's problems. He writes police reports. He writes police reports. He files papers at the office. He files papers at the office. He meets other officers to discuss cases. He meets other officers to discuss cases. He goes back on patrol. He goes back on patrol. He checks shops and banks for safety. He checks shops and banks for safety. He visits schools to teach safety rules. He visits schools to teach safety rules. He helps at big events. He helps at big events. He keeps crowds under control. He keeps crowds under control. He ensures people follow the rules. He ensures people follow the rules. He helps lost children find their parents. He helps lost children find their parents. He stops fights in the streets. He stops fights in the streets. He arrests troublemakers. He arrests troublemakers. He talks to witnesses of crimes. He talks to witnesses of crimes. He searches for missing people. He searches for missing people. He works during bad weather. He works during bad weather. He stands guard at important places. He stands guard at important places. He answers questions from the public. He answers questions from the public. He comforts scared people. He comforts scared people. He guards VIPs during events. He guards VIPs during events. He checks his phone for updates. He checks his phone for updates. He eats lunch or snacks when he has time. He eats lunch or snacks when he has time. He watches cameras for suspicious activities. He watches cameras for suspicious activities. He helps during emergencies like fires. He helps during emergencies like fires. He says goodbye to his team after work. He says goodbye to his team after work. He goes home to rest. He goes home to rest. He eats dinner with his family. He eats dinner with his family. He goes to bed to get ready for the next day. He goes to bed to get ready for the next day.